Now, some of my avid viewers will have noticed the obscene amount of K-pop references I make in my videos. I'd like to come forward now, confess my sins if you will. I don't like K-pop. I love K-pop. Kind of. Anyway, it's way too easy to increase the amount of comments you get on your videos by chucking in a few Korean Easter eggs here and there. I even commissioned an animation for a knife which was in the video for maybe 1 or 2 seconds. It says Young Cook by Jungkook. No one noticed it, obviously. My comedic genius is wasted on you cretins. But I figured that today would be a good chance to take advantage of all of you K-pop stans. Not in that way. Now, I have made a video on a singer pretending to be a different nationality for fame in the past. This singer is pretending to be Spanish for fame. It's one of my best videos, in my opinion. You should definitely check it out after you watch this one. But today's subject has taken his imitation of foreign culture to the next level. Despite being called Oli London, he's been undergoing multiple surgical procedures to look more like Jimin from the one and only BTS. Essentially getting surgery to look more Korean. Not a problem with that, is there? This is perfectly normal behaviour. Even Michael Jackson couldn't get away with artificially altering his race, and he got away with a lot of things. After all, he was the king of pop. Popping cherries, that is. Speaking of popping, Oli London also makes music, which will inevitably pop your eardrums. However, I wanted to start this video by taking a look at his surgeries. Don't worry, I'm not going to be showing you someone getting needles stuck in their face, although I'm sure you'll be wanting similar treatment by the end of this video. But Oli London gives us a little explanation as to why he hasn't told his friends about his surgery yet.
Nobody actually knows what I'm doing here. I've got to keep it under wraps. Just because every time I have surgery, I always find it much easier to explain after the procedure.
Well, of course it's easier after the damn procedure. There's no point in someone trying to stop you from doing something if you've already done it. Hey mum, I'm a bit nervous, but let me show you my new tattoo.
Don't do it!
What?
Don't do it, son!
But I've already done it.
Don't leave me like your dad did!
God, that one got a bit real, didn't it? Now I'm well aware that Oli isn't exactly going to be happy that I'm making this video about him. He even says it himself that he's just following his dreams.
I know some people don't understand plastic surgery, but it's certainly becoming a lot more normalized around the world. And at the end of the day, I'm doing what makes me happy. I'm following my dreams.
I can't quite decide if he's following his dreams or my nightmares. He likes to make the point that him drastically changing his face is cultural appreciation rather than appropriation. It seems a little bit extra to be appreciation though. Appreciation is going to see a Korean film in the cinema, having a nice Korean dinner, maybe getting tickets to see BTS. The only thing Oli's done more than plastic surgery. I've never seen such intense and extreme appreciation.
The nostrils are very uneven and it just looks very big and bulbous. So I want like a very cute K-pop nose.
Okay, let's get this straight. You don't want a K-pop nose, you want a Korean nose. Genres of music don't change the way someone's face looks. Unless you're a drum and bass fan, in which case your face probably looks a little bit like this. Now, I'm a former languages student, and yes, I mention it in every video.
I'm trilingual!
But admittedly, it is very difficult to go to someone's country and speak their own language to them. Don't get me wrong though, I am still going to take the piss out of his attempt.
안녕하세요, 반가워요.
반갑습니다.
이름이 뭐예요?
네?
이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? Okay.
That stung a bit. A lot, actually. That hurts. Speaking of something being stung, I'm genuinely convinced that Oli's surgery was performed by a pack of rabid bees. Here's what he looked like after it. This man is one kazooie away from being announced for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Obviously, his face healed after some time. Unfortunately, in my opinion, this is marriage material. Some of Oli's best friends give their first impressions of his new look.
I knew it.
Oh my god!
My new face.
Knew it.
Oh my god!
I know.
Note how they didn't say anything other than oh my god. Not really the first thing you want to hear when you make an irreversible change. Although now I think of it, most of you said that when Fraser and I announced that we were getting a dog. Yes, we got a dog for our apartment. Yes, he's going to live longer than 2 weeks. I do want to show him to you, but I'm not sure if you're ready. I feel like if this video got 50,000 likes, you'd be ready. I'm sorry, I shouldn't really use him for likes, but he is really cute. 50,000 likes cute, if I'm honest. Also, some may note the reappearance of Clive. Everyone comment welcome back, Clive. And that's the only update. Actually, nothing's changed since last video. Nothing's changed. The friends then give some more detailed opinions on Oli's look.
Well, you're just gonna get a nose bump done or something. You've got like a child's face.
No one tell Onision! I don't think that looking like a child is necessarily a bad thing. He did make a point of saying he wanted to look youthful and cute, and I guess he's achieved that now. But in the description, it says he spent over $125,000 on surgery. Now, I'm not one to question the way that people spend their money. I recently bought this piggy bank that looks like Ham from Toy Story. I'm never gonna use him. I use Apple Pay. I'm actually famous. I don't pay for things anymore. I just wonder how anyone could earn enough money to put aside what some people earn in 5 years just to look a little bit more like Jimin from BTS. And it is just that, by the way. Later on in the video, he even refers refers to himself as Jimin.
Look what happened to Michael Jackson.
Well, I'm not
You
Michael
can't
Jackson, I'm
keep
Jimin.
doing
I'm not
it.
Michael Jackson, I'm Jimin. I'm not going that far.
Oli.
I'm Oli.
Imagine how Jimin feels right now. This is borderline identity theft. The members of BTS are probably well accustomed to people getting tattoos of their signatures, maybe even their faces. For the record, if anyone ever gets a tattoo of my face, I will be burning it off with a branding iron. Even having one of my faces in this world has caused enough pain. Leave it be. The people behind the documentary make sure to leave in a section where Oli talks about how much his life has changed since the first documentary they made about him.
It changed my life for the better. I've turned into a butterfly.
Good choice of words there, Oli. Because today we're going to be talking about one of his incredible songs called Butterfly. But firstly, the idea of him becoming a butterfly brings up a few issues. Making himself a different race and then comparing his previous one to a caterpillar isn't the best idea. We British have a lot to be proud of, okay? Fish and chips, crufts, Brexit when it eventually happens. We're not a caterpillar. If anything, we're a brutish moth that doesn't want to be around other foreign-looking bugs. And what more do us British have to be proud of than the James Marriott YouTube channel, which you should all definitely be subscribed to. Touch my bell. Go on, smack it. I doubt Oli would be particularly proud of sharing a nationality with me, however, as we're about to take a look at some of his music. Now, a lot of singers like to start their songs with a little note, maybe an esketit or a
Jason Derulo.
Oli's introduction is a slight cause for concern.
Oli London, let's get him, yeah.
Let's get them? Who's he referring to there? I was glad that when BTS came back off of their break that they showed them all. Clearly Oli's not quite managed to get his mitts on one of them yet. I mean, just look at the way he looks at cardboard cutouts of them. If he saw J-Hope in real life, he'd probably triple himself. And don't look up what that means, you don't want to know. And you really don't want it to happen to you either. According to a friend, that is. Yeah. Now, unlike in my video about Eleni Ferreira who pretended to be Spanish for fame, I can't speak the language that our subject sings in every now and then. Now, fortunately, there is some English in the song which I will be thoroughly roasting, but today we'll be requiring a tool older than time itself. Google Translate. It got me a 2-1 in my degree. Let's see if it can get me 1 million views. You know, he's probably whispered those lines so people like me can't rip into him for them. Luckily for me, we will be using another tool, Metro lyrics. What would I do without them? Here's how Google has translated those lyrics. I want to be a butterfly flying in the air. I want to be a butterfly flying away. Pretty sure no one would stop you from flying away, Oli. You don't need to ask me twice, mate. Here's a SpaceX ticket to Jupiter. A nice little present from me and Jimin. The song then goes into its first English part.
I was inside this box. Wish I could make you see what's inside of my heart, baby.
Did anyone else prefer it when he was whispering? I feel like my ears are being clawed at by rabies-infested mole rats. He sings about how he wishes he could make everyone see what's inside of his heart. Now, I'm gonna think a little bit outside of the box here, but I'm pretty sure we'd find muscle and membrane. Is he expecting there to be some secret buried inside of him explaining his baffling connection to Korean culture? Maybe a Samsung phone? I haven't seen someone with one of those since 2008. Now, Oli's next lyrics are obviously intended to be somewhat edgy and meaningful, but they just come off as contrived.
Look into the mirror, what do you see? It's a reflection of me.
Let's think logically for a second here. It's more likely for someone to see something related to you and then start missing you. On the other hand, if someone was to look in a mirror and see Oli London instead of themselves, they'd probably have a severe mental illness. But you'd imagine if someone had had this completely life-changing surgery to look more like a K-pop star, that they'd actually have something original to say in the genre. He's essentially just singing about how much surgery has changed his life. Before we get into those lyrics, however, I just want to give a quick shout out to the featured rapper. Ironically, his name is Sten, because he's left a lovely little stain on my YouTube history. Thanks, mate. In all honesty, he's not actually that bad. I have no idea how Oli got him on this song, but no one wants to hear me talk about something positive, do they? Let's get back to negativity. The following passage is one of my personal favourites.
I want to fly like a butterfly. I want to be what I wanna be.
The two most important lines here are I want to fly like a butterfly and I want to be what I want to be. I thought now would be the perfect time for a little fact check. The average lifespan of a butterfly is 12 months. And I can't quite believe what I've just discovered. I just looked at when the first documentary was released where Oli said he became a butterfly. Today is its 12-month anniversary. Now what does this mean? Am I going to kill Oli London's career? Yes. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I think the important thing to note here, Oli, is that no one's stopping you. I know when my flatmate Fraser has made a few videos on you, you've gotten a little bit angry on social media. I think you even called him ugly. Not disagreeing with you there. But I always think that people who feel the need to gallivant around talking about how proud they are of something aren't actually that proud of it. I'm going to refer to one more section of his song.
Look into the mirror, I'm so happy with what I now see.
I'm happy, I swear. We get it, mate. You're a happy boy. But that hardly justifies turning this extremely pedestrian occurrence into a 4-minute song and dance with a feature. Now, your fate is in your hands, Ollie. I'm just a grumpy man who bullies people on the internet. But I feel as if you're basing your entire image and fame around the fact that you've had surgeries to look more like a K-pop star. That's such a fleeting and superficial thing. I'm sure that on an aesthetical level, you're more pleased with the way you look, and I agree that nose is hella cute. I just want to boop it, give it a little oh. But when you remove the surgery from the equation, what else is there? A song about how great that surgery was?
I had my tonsils removed. My throats don't sore anymore.
I guess I just want to see a little bit more from you in the future, Ollie. I feel like a teacher. You've been a very naughty boy, haven't you, Ollie? Don't make me get the cane out. But make sure to go and check out the video I made about the singer who's pretending to be Spanish for fame. You'll enjoy it. I'm really funny, blah, 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 blah. And if you have enjoyed this one, then please leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new or have not done so already, and I will catch you next time.